So for this video, we're going to deal with the car collisions. So first things first, I'm going to open up the player car here. So we have the player shape. So if I go to here, you can see the player shape. But we also need another object. So if we go to art here, there is, where's the tile set? Where's the tile set? No, it's not tiles there. Did I not split this up? It can't be the map blocks. No. Where did I put this? No. Radar blob sprites. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need to go. First things first, I need to go and get the. I don't have it there. There's like a little crash symbol. Oh, in fact, there it is. There, full sprites. So let me see if I can get the crash symbol from this. So if I open this in Show and Explorer, and then I can just open up this in Photoshop. And you can see what size they are. I think they're 16 by 16 blocks. Pretty sure they are. Because I just need the crash. In fact, no, it's not. Actually, let me just... there's the crash there. So there's the crash. So what size is this? That's 24 by 24. That sounds good. Okay. So I'm gonna... wonder why Photoshop does that. Create and paste that in there. Why is that not pasting? There we go. And let's just remove some of these so that it looks kind of dramatic. I don't know what word is I'm looking for there, but it looks better than it is there. It's got kind of an outline to it. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. That there. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to look fairly normal. And then we need ones up here as well. That one there, and then these here, and then these two here. Okay, there you go. And this layer here as well. That can go there. Okay, that's fine. That's the crash bang wallop thing there. And then we're going to save that not to Super Kelly Brothers. We're going to save it to here. So I'm going to do export, legacy, and it's not a JPEG, it is a PNG. And we're not in the background, that's fine. I'm going to save it to there and we're going to call it bang. Doesn't really matter. But when we go into the game here, I'll just leave that up. We should now have a bang sprite, which is great. So I'm going to add that to the top of our player car, and that's going to create a game object with bang in there. So I need to make that pixels by 1 unit, point no filter, apply, there we go. And it is currently at there, but we want it to be centered with the player shape. So that is going to be 12 minus 12. 12 minus 12, like that. And of course it's not going to be visible. But we also need to change this is the car fuel. This is the worst named thing ever. I created this before I realized I was going to put everything in it. So it's not really the car fuel gauge, it's everything else. But we also have a locomotion on there as well, don't we? I think we have locomotion on there. just wait until this loads up. Yeah, we've got the locomotion. Okay, let's grab the locomotion first. Do the locomotion. And we need to have serialized field. I'll call that bang. And go in here. And drag bang into there. And then turn off the sprite so it doesn't show. Why did that shape just suddenly go to red there? That's weird. Let me just save this and then come back out. Whoa. What? That's not right. Well, that's weird. Oh, right. Oh. Okay. Never mind. It's because it's over the top of it. It's fine. It's in the same scene as it. That's why. Okay. So that is there. So now our locomotion, when you crash, we want to show the bang and we want to stop things from moving. So we're going to have public crash and it's going to be bang set active true. Paused equals true, so it's paused as well, and then public void where are we here? Restart bang dot set active false pause false. And then we're also going to have this is direction, requested direction, and we get position, and then grid position. Grid position. Okay, so we need like a kind of start position as well, so we can reset it to there. But we will do that later. So, okay. Now we need to have in our player, and so we have our player there, and we've got our box collider. That's fine, and it is tagged as untagged. Let's tag this thing as player. There we go. And again, it'll do that because reasons. And then if we go to our enemy car, we want to tag this as an enemy. Do we have an enemy? No, we don't. Okay, so I'm going to add a tag to this, and I don't have a tag, so I'm going to call this enemy. I don't strictly need to do this, to be honest, because we're going to be testing on the enemy, but never mind. Oh, actually no, let's do it on the other one. And then for this one, the enemy one, I want this to be a trigger. I don't want it to be a physical thing. So I think we have our find next direction there, and then the other one, yeah, car fuel gauge, that's the one that's got the check to see if I've touched something thing. Okay, so we want to say if flag equals null, return. So if flag is not equal to null, do this. Do that. Else if collision dot tag equals enemy, do something in here, print hit enemy. Oh, except it's not in there. It's, no, it is on trigger enter. That's fine. Yeah, on trigger enter is that. We hit the enemy, so let's see if we can hit the enemy. It shouldn't be too difficult because we just need to wait because it'll come up the screen towards us. Alright, okay, let's play that. Put the console on there. You can see that our player is there. That didn't work. Oh, he's gone. He's away. Nope, that didn't work. Let's add that there. So set a breakpoint and see why this isn't hitting. I'm hoping it is going to hit. I'm wondering if I don't have the right timer on here. Yeah. The right collider, sorry. So if I go back into the enemy car center, why did I call it that? Box collider 2, tag is enemy, collider 2D is a trigger. Okay. And then the player car. Oh wait. Do I need to have a rigid body on it, that's why. So if I go to the prefabs here, collectibles, then I click on flag, you'll see we've got a rigid body there. Okay, that's why. And I need to make it kinematic and then freeze a position. Okay. So if I go back to our enemy car, I'm gonna add, oh dear. Remove component. Oh, what is going on here? Remove component. Remove component. Right, let's try that again. So let's add rigid body 2D. And we want to make that kinematic because we want to control it, and then we want to freeze whatever the direction is, because we don't want it to move in anything other than we want to tell it to move. So that's it starting there. There we go. So is the flag null? No, it is not. Is the tag equal to enemy? It is, and it will print hit enemy. Okay. Alright. So because it's hit the enemy, we need to tell the game that it has hit the enemy. And the way we're going to do that is we have our game controller here. And we have our player. So let's have let's go to, where are we? Locomotion, no. Car fuel gauge. Yeah, that one there. And then we'll have public hit enemy. And inside here we will just have hit enemy book. And then up in our game controller, when we start it, we can say player fuel gauge hit enemy. Good grief, plus equals player hit enemy. And in here we do target. Right, so this event is then going to fire when the player hits the enemy. The first thing we need to do is we need to stop all the enemies. So we're going to say for each var enemy in enemies, enemy.pause. So we're going to pause that, and then we're going to say player.crash. So we tell the player that they've crashed, and then that should mean that we get a nice display. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to move it above everything else, just so that Ordering layer, let's make that 15 just to make sure it's above everything else. Oh, what's wrong with this? Oh yeah. This empty. Okay. Just to make sure that it's above everything so that it shows in front of all the other things. So this is going to basically stop the game as soon as we hit the enemy. So I'm going to go ahead of it just a little bit, and then I'm going to backtrack. Bang. Here we go. And then we're going to wait for a few seconds, and then we're going to reset everything to the positions that they were at. So where are we? Let's gather fuel. And then we get locomotion.resume. So we get locomotion pause and locomotion resume. I guess these are the exact same things as well. Okay, so we want to restart those things once they've been triggered. So if we go to game controller, start coroutine, reset positions, enumerator. We want to, what do we want to do here? We want to enumerator, reset positions, turn new, wait 4 seconds. We want to have a 2-second delay, and then we're going to say for each enemy in enemies, enemy dot resume, player dot restart, because we want to have them restart from the beginning of the level. And we have to figure out where that position is. So our main camera is at that position. So camera follow, let's have a offset is that. Let's do private vector 3 initial position, and we'll say that equals transform.position. We'll call that reset to start. Or what did we call it for the other one? We called it resume, didn't we? Did we call it resume? Restart, okay. So let's call it for that as well. So let's call it restart. And transform.position equals initial position. Okay. And we need to do the same thing for locomotion as well. So we need to record 2 positions for this one. So we're going to have private vector 2 initial position, grid vector 3 world, and then in our start we're going to say initial position grid equals transform equals position, initial position world equals transform.position, and then our direction equals that as well. So we need to have our direction here as well. Actually, no, I'm just going to reset it so that it's going to be up. You're always going to be going north, and your rotation as well Where do we have this? Yeah, we do the flip Y. Yeah, okay, let's grab that there. And then, so for our restart, we're going to say transform.position equals initial position world, position equals initial position grid, and then the transform rotation is identity sprite, and then we got flip sprite dot flip x equals false, sprite dot flip y equals false. Okay. And then we need to, we can set that to blank. Okay, so now when we crash, it should pause for a couple of seconds and then restart the game back to where we were. So I'm going to go up to here, and it's going to crash. Bang. Whoa. Okay. Okay, well, partial success. Bang. Okay. So it does that kind of weird. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. It's kind of working. Camera follow. Where's that one there? Camera follow. Okay, so the initial position is that. Maybe we don't need to have this restart one. Maybe we'll just do it in... Well, I think the problem is it's restarting. Oh, we don't even call that, do we? That's why. Ah, okay. So in our game controller, we need a... let's follow. And then for camera follow, we then want to restart positions. So we're going to do that there, camera follow dot restart as well. Right, and then that should move the camera immediately to there, because what's happening is it's basically jumping through time, I guess. That's a terrible explanation. It should immediately go to that position. It shouldn't need to stop. Okay, there's bang. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, that's why I didn't like that. So I'll go to here and then drag that out into there. Okay. Bang. No. Oh, we need to set the initial direction as well. That's the other thing that's failing. So... yeah. So there's that. Why is it going to there though? Why is it jumping to there? Okay, that's kind of weird, the fact it's jumping to there, but let's leave it for just now. Maybe we can cheat, make the screen go black. Right, bang. 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 We probably need to reset the enemies as well, don't we? Yeah, let's reset the enemies, because otherwise we're going to keep on running into the same enemy, and that would be unfair. So let's do that. The follow target position. Follow target is the transform position. It's like it loses the position because it's like it drags it across the screen. So it should just move down the field there. Okay, let's reset the players first. So inside here, we have our enemy locomotion script. So for this one, we're going to have exactly the same thing for our locomotion. So we're going to have a restart here. So do all that there. We don't need the bang part of it. And then I'm going to generate a field there, and I'm going to generate a field there, and our start. Where's our start? This one here, that one there. Enemy. Start the engine. Is that because remember the start of the engine doesn't start on start, it starts when we tell it to start. So our initial position is going to be there. Actually, we could probably move it to the start. Oh no, there's a start there. Hold on. Let me just grab that there. That's the restart. Let me take that out there, and then let's put that inside start. Okay. And for the camera follow. No, game controller. Okay, so when we hit the enemy, we want to pause it, and then we want to reset positions, and we want to do this after everybody else, just to make sure that we're playing fairly. And then we need to figure out why that camera follows not doing the right thing. Why is that not doing the right thing? Like I don't. It feels like it's because of this late update. It seems like it's forcing it. It feels like it's doing some kind of weird translation. I don't know why it's doing that weird translation. Let's try and see if we can figure it out. After we've seen if we can get this the reset works for the enemies, or in this case enemy. So crash, boom. There we go. Oh, but that right, okay. So the problem is the game controller. It's basically got to restart the level. Enemy start delay. Okay. So we have to wait for the player to start. So we'll do that there, and then we'll restart the enemies, because they can't start right at the same time as the player, else that they catch up with them too quickly. So this will give them that little bit of a delay when the game restarts. So gives you a bit of bang, and then the next one. Oh, but we do need to get rid of them, don't we? So we don't want to just pause them. What can we do? Pause, and then let's actually, you know what? We can just do the restart here. We can restart them to initial. No, well, we want to take them off the screen, to be honest. Let's not have pause. Let's have like void crash. Let's just call it crash. Paused equals true. And then sprite game object false. And then we need to make sure that we set that to be true in here. So paused is false. I'm going to set that to be true. Okay, so inside our game controller now, instead of that being paused, we set that to crash. So everything's crash. It's all crash. And you could easily make this, you know, these as interfaces, and then you can just have a block of objects that are iCrashable. I don't know. And then, you know, they implement the crash method, and then that way you can, you know, decide what to do. So there's a little flicker there. Oh, because it's the right. Okay. Right. Okay. I think I know why then. Right. If I go to where are we? The initial position is not offset from the camera, I think. So if that's the initial position of the grid, and then transform position is no, okay. That's not what I thought it was. Do I use this at all? Position? I use it to draw the gizmos, but I don't use gizmos. Oh, there it is there. Equals position sprite to block times 8. Ah, okay. So really this should go after this, because it's not being set correctly in there. And that's probably the same for locomotion as well. Yep, that should be set in there as well. So if I put this here, right, that should stop that flicker. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's a little flicker of the player, the enemy. It just sort of disappears. It's roughly about here on screen when it crashes in. You'll see it when it resets, or hopefully you won't see it when it resets. Yeah, okay, that is now gone. Okay, that's good. Perfect. Oh dear. Oh, really broken that now. Yeah, see, if you keep the arrow key down. So what I'm doing just now is I'm holding the arrow key down, and it's basically just crashing. See what I mean? It's all gone a bit weird, and I think it's because the last direction has not been reset, and that's going to be a problem. So requested direction needs to be reset as well. So that's going to be that equals that. And yeah, that should fix that. Oh, need to do that for the enemy one as well, enemy locomotion. So our direction equals requested direction equals that. So we do our initial one. So I zoom just ahead, and then I keep holding down arrow. Yep, that's it, fixed. Not quite. Oh, I know why though. Because that's still active. So I'm going to, what do I want to do here? It's because it's crashing into there. It's crashing into the trigger, and it's firing the trigger. So inside our car fuel gauge here, we want to check and see if the enemy is active. So I'm going to say enemy locomotion collision dot get component enemy locomotion. If loco dot paused, return. And in our locomotion here, we're going to say public is paused. Okay, so if it's paused, we're not interested in doing anything. We don't want to interact with it. Right, so go up here a little bit, and then keep the down arrow held down, and just keep doing that. And yep, that's good so far. Okay, one more, couple of goes, one more. All right, one more. Okay, that's good. Right, that's good. Okay. Also, because we moved the positions, I don't know if you noticed, but the camera's now working. So the other thing that I was wanting to do is now working. So that's perfect. That's pretty much everything mechanic wise. The only thing we need to do now is come up with the end game, and I think I'm going to leave that for another video. I'm trying to keep these videos to be quite short, and I think what are we at now? Yeah, we're at 40 minutes for this one, so I'm going to edit this one down, call it a night. We've done our collision detection, we've done the collision response, we've got our sprite in there. I think this is a good place to stop. So I'm going to stop it right there, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the old like button, and leave a comment as well. We're running in the end of this series, whatever you want to call it. It started off in March last year. It's taken almost a year to finish this game. Sorry about that. This is the 8th video of it. What video do you want to see next? What retro game should I remake? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like what you see, subscribe. It's free. There's no charge, and YouTube will work its wonders and give you reminders of when I put a new video up, which I'm hoping to be more regular than it's been over the last year. Things have just not played out as well as I thought they were going to play out last year, but let's get New Rallycross finished and let's move on to the next thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.